Well, we are most definitely back in the room, and I made a boo boo a while ago. I swore I clicked. I clicked go live. And had my background thingy going on until I came back to put myself on the screen and realized um, I didn't hit the go live twice because there's a drop down button that leads you to another go live thingy. I don't know why they do that. Just one go live and that's it. The two is really, really confusing. Anyways, we're up and running again. It is Wednesday, April 30th, the final Wednesday in April, and the final day in April, as a matter of fact. Tomorrow is a holiday, May Day, saluting and celebrating workers of this beautiful tri-island. So that means I will not be here to do. But back on Friday, so that means this is our last ladies' room for the week. And just want to say special thanks to our friends at Nirvana Spa and Detox, Beacon Insurance, and Western Union for making the show possible. And to you, my loyal listeners, wherever you are tuned in from, good morning. Shout out to my listeners on radio, 95.1, 95.3. Good morning to my viewers on YouTube and, of course, on Facebook. Thank you so much for being here with us for another day. Man, I got so much going on right now. I swear, I'm like a spider. I'm having to juggle a whole lot of stuff, but I think I got it out of the way now. Let me just share. And there we go. Right, nice. All right, so you have my undivided attention now. Let's get the show on the road. We have so much to catch up on. So let me just do this quickly and jump right on into it. Said a lot to catch up on this morning. Good morning, Shante. Good morning, Rachel. Good morning, Valerie. Anasha. Hey sis, hope you're good. Good morning, Nissy, Roderick, Amanda, Theresa, Trisha, Lisa, Queen B, Jenilyn, Jenny. Good morning, Marianne, Amanda, Redhead, Michelle Douglas, Don. Good morning. Haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're well. Good morning, Maureen. Hey, Kizzy. We in Junction tonight. No, Kizzy, I have an event in the countryside. I have an event at this St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School. My good friend Kemal, his way of giving back is to recognize the athletes from St. Andrew, and there is a ceremony this afternoon that I've been invited to and to do some presentations. So no, I will not be out drinking and doing what you all do whenever you get a free day. I don't know how y'all do it, I swear. Anyways, morning, Rita. Good morning, Marcus. Adela, Linda, Nikisha, G-Eds, celebrating workers in, okay. All right, I'm celebrating athletes. Good morning, Tamasha. You miss yourself before you hear it, like you're like Polly beat the drum. Before you hear a little, but wait, have they? Never see that in my life. Good morning, listen, catch yourself. Good morning, Jennifer. How to order and Bright Bernard. Good morning, Jackie Douglas Adams. How are thou? Good morning, Myrtle. I have a retro brother. Okay. Morning, Ali. Morning, Kendra. And everybody come on in the room. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Like I said, a lot has been making the rounds and traveling through these social media streets. So I don't let me hear what she coming to. That's all they're good for, I swear. Nah, Papa. I do good. I need a trip. You just had a trip. Morning, Sonia. Yeah, do that. Sima, top of the morning. Ali. Someone was asking. I don't know how you listen. It might be all fun and nice now, but jokes aside, y'all seriously need to watch your alcohol consumption. Y'all seriously, because it does a number on our kidneys. And on top of it, a lot of y'all don't drink enough water. So it's important that we have balance. Like Patrick Dell said the other day, balance is the watchword. Y'all be taking this and just overdoing it and not taking into account the amount of pressure your system has to undergo. It's nice, it's fun, whatever. Nobody says you have to be a stick in the mud like I am and don't drink, blah, blah, blah. And people always ask you, and they don't know how could you not know how to have fun without drinking? I do it all the time. But you seriously have a problem if you need to consume a large volume of alcohol to enjoy yourself if you're going out. That is a self problem. That is a you problem. I bring my own vibes. Like Pepsi said, they said it in my inbox the other day when I did the video from Vaughn. She was like, she don't get this what's the message she sent me? This cute let me read exactly what she said. Where's the message? What she said? Girl, you could real fat cute now. And the thing is you're having real fun. You don't even sweat if you dainty one more time. One Aruna, never two. No, for real. I could have the best time and my tall cup. And a matter of fact, I came with it again with my water because I'm taking to drinking this. And I had this filled with LLB for the whole night. So I'm the cheapest person to bring out. One LLB for the entire night, and I was good. But no, but jokes aside, though, we really, really have to start taking these things, and especially as we get older. We're not as young as we used to be. We're not as active as we used to be. At least when you were younger, you're here, there, everywhere. Your body is able to, do the work it's supposed to do. But as you get older, everything slows down. You're not, and there's a lot of people who think that, hey, I need to overdo it. I have to overdo it. I have to consume all this alcohol. No. You don't need to. You want to. You don't need to. There's a difference. And if you look and pay attention to what's happening, so many people are departing this earth as a result of cancers are ravaging everywhere. Today you hear of someone, tomorrow you hear, hey, they're in hospital, and before you know it, you're seeing RIPs and what have you. So it's important that we think about what we put in our system and how much we put in our system. Not saying don't at all, but just be more mindful. Yeah? You may not feel the effects now, but trust and believe you will feel it later on. All right? So, not everybody. No, you don't need to have, Jackie, not everybody needs to have. That's what I'm saying. I don't want everybody to be like me. That is my personal preference. What works for me may not works. Ginger ale on the rocks for me with a straw. Of course, what works for me may not work for somebody else. But I'm just saying, from your friendly neighborhood spider, to be more conscious of how much you consume and what you're consuming. I ain't saying stop. For some of you, that's not gonna happen. And everybody don't need to drink. There's a million other drinks out there. But I'm saying, when you're consuming it, don't forget to consume your water as well to flush out your system. You'll be drinking for the whole night and not one glass of water, not one bottle of water. There must be some sort of moderation. Excessive strong alcohol consumption is no good. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's no good. Gabby, good morning. Hey, Clarina, didn't see you coming in. Good morning. Good morning, Lakeisha. Says I'll go out and drink water all night. Yeah, it's moderation. Kareem, I didn't realize you cut your hair. Took me going to Vaughn to see your haircut. What caused that, friend? Blessings, Gregory. Speaking of which, Eddie, good morning. I didn't get, hey, Kareem, and shout out to all those who got their complimentary. We really didn't get to go into it, but I want to take the time out this morning to talk about a couple things. First off, let me say condolences to the family of Wello. Yesterday morning, I was here promoting the GoFundMe because they were trying to get him out. But unfortunately, he succumbed to his injuries. And I just want to say, con- condolences to his family and to the community and the parish, of course, St. Mark. And, they had this they had a candlelight vigil last evening, and so many came out. That's definitely a testimony of how much he was loved in the community and in the parish. When I'm seeing so many video clips making the rounds of him just, having and living his best life, playing his mass as usual, and his juve morning and every fete, he was like the life of the party. And it is so sad that when somebody loses their life to violence, you know. But I just want to take a moment to read the press release by the police. They confirming death from weekend shooting incident, and that one of the victims in the shooting incident, which occurred on Sunday at Victoria St. Mark, has succumbed to his injuries. 46-year-old Wellington Welch, caretaker of Non-Paral St. Mark, passed away earlier at the General Hospital while receiving medical treatment. The Commissioner and members of the Royal Grenada Police Force extends condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Welch during this difficult time, and investigations into the incident are ongoing. The RGPF continues to appeal to the public's assistance and cooperation as the investigation progresses. So, if you have information that you think the police might need, do not hesitate to let them know, because we're all trying to understand, because there are so many different stories surrounding this incident. Some saying there are gunshots before, came from this direction, and then it was from another direction. So we await an official press release or press conference, but something must be said. Something must be said regarding this incident, so we can, the family at least can get some sort of, closure as to what happened, and to the others who were injured as well, wishing you a speedy recovery. And there's just so many questions surrounding this. It's just, I don't know, man. It's a sad, 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 sad situation. It's one thing if um it's one thing if you hey, pay, big up yourself, says I can drink water all night and enjoy myself. True. So it is one thing, you know, for someone to be ill, and then you hear they pass away. But it's another thing when somebody dies the way he did, and from all indications, like they said, it was a result of him trying to um break up a fight. It wasn't even his fight, but trying to bring peace, and losing your life in the process. It's it's sad. It's just really, really, really sad. And again, I wanna extend my deepest condolences to his family and friends and loved ones. It was not the outcome we were looking or hoping for. We were praying that he would pull through, but based on the extent of his injuries, unfortunately, he succumbed. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. On another note, Hold on, let me just check what you guys are saying in the chat. Um, hold on. Hold on. Once you're brain dead, you're basically dead. Trump not slowing down. Now he wants to control the man in Africa who fixing his gun. Listen, that's a conversation by itself. That's a conversation by itself. I need to. I've been following that story, Reginald. It's a very, very interesting because this man came in and he has done so much: free education, free healthcare. And I was reading a thing which says that an attempt was made on his life like 19 times or something. So, what's his name? I can't pronounce his name. Ibrahim. What's his? I can't pronounce his surname. But I'll follow up that story at a later time. But going back to the situation in Guyana, the autopsy was carried out, and the family is not happy or satisfied with the autopsy because they're saying that the death of the 11-year-old leaves many questions unanswered. That's according to the leader of Guyana's Alliance for Change. They are not happy with the result of the autopsy, which says she died from drowning. And there's just, listen, I literally had to tune out because I was starting to feel overwhelmed because there's so many different information coming from, like, everybody's a forensic scientist, everybody is a doctor, everybody is some health practitioner, a detective, FBI, CID. Everybody's like, and it's like everywhere you turn, somebody has some live on it, somebody has their take on it, and it's a result of this, that. So I literally had to tune out because the confusion was confusing me even further. The conversation is like, I just had to, like, I'm like, you know what? I got the autopsy. Let me just pull back because. But one other thing that I that sort of hit me, and so many people saying that, hey, she didn't die as a result. But if that's what the autopsy says, then that's what it is. Even if she was placed there, even if she was unconscious when placed in the water, based on some of the speculations I'm hearing, even if she was placed in the water, she's still going to die as a result of drowning. So the autopsy basically says confirms drowning in the death of this 11-year-old. It says that she died as a result of drowning, according to findings from medical experts, including pathologists personally selected by Adriana's family. And according to the news, there's no apparent reason to doubt the credibility of these professionals as they were selected by the family. And the autopsy also revealed that she sustained no broken bones, suggesting that there was no external trauma associated with her death. However, investigators are continuing their work and will seek to determine whether the water found in her lungs and stomach matches the water from the pool where the incident occurred. And to me, that is a very, very good thing to ascertain before, ruling out everything else, because they have means and ways to find out. So that's what I'm saying. Even if the drowning happens, something else happened somewhere and placed in the pool, the result states it was a result of drowning. So what they're going to do next, they said, was to determine whether the water found in her lungs and stomach matches the water from the pool where the incident occurred. So then they have to rule out and do this research and do all their findings and what have you. So, meanwhile, the investigation has turned to critical questions about supervision at the time of Adriana's death. Now that several of the world's leading pathologists have concurred um, on the cause of death, there is a renewed focus on who was responsible for watching her at the pool, and speculation has surfaced regarding her grandmother, who has yet to provide a formal statement to police. And interestingly enough, I saw a piece with the father yesterday, and I meant to share it but I got a call, went back, and I can't find the page that I saw it on. But he himself was it Kiter News? And he was saying regarding the violence, etc. He was saying he wants it to stop because knowing his daughter, in the name of his daughter, it's not something she would want. And I'm like, wow, this man is this man is something special. Because here you are in the midst of your grief, and you're still taking the time out to appeal to the public to refrain from any more violence or burning on whatever else they're doing, because according to him, um, cops blame civilian for false info abduction. Yeah. So yeah, he was on I think either live or somebody recorded him or whatever the case might be, but he was basically saying he wants it to stop. He wants it to stop because it's not gonna it's not gonna bring her back or something to that effect, so he wants it to stop, and continue to keep them in the prayers and see if they can get to the bottom of this as best as they can. But once he wants they should what a woman saying she's a spiritual advisor. All kind of people coming out of the woodworks, all spiritual advisor, poor child, everybody. So how come, you know what problem I have with people who claim to be spiritual advisors and say a man and all them things? How come y'all don't, how come it's always after the fact that your predictions come true? How come nobody knows of it before? How come you never got in touch with her and let her know to be careful? Oh, I found the video. Yes, here it is. So he says she won't like violence. If you all please love my daughter, stop the violence. He called for an end to the unrest. So there it. Okay, let me see if I can. I wonder if I played you guys were here. Let me see something. Hold on. Yeah, but basically he was saying that so he was saying he wouldn't like the violence. So if they love his daughter, to please stop the violence. Yeah. So he's calling for an end to the unrest in the name of his daughter. I found it. Okay, so hopefully I'll get it to play again. But yeah, them seer people and them spiritual, this people and that people, whatever. Everybody calling out of the woodworks now. They had vision, they had sight, they had what and what. So y'all had all of this in your palm of your hand. And families now suffering as a result of their child's death. And nobody can see what really happened. Nobody. So how come you have spiritual leaders that be living in some kind of, how come y'all don't see the lottery numbers or something to get it right? Like how? Cloud and fame they're looking for. Listen, Subrian he's drained, he's tired, he's exhausted at this point in time. Yeah, he's exhausted. That man has been whew, relentless for the past couple of days in finding his daughter and wanting justice and wanting, answers. And I really, really pray and hope for their sake to bring some sort of closure. It's not something you ever get over, but at least a peace of mind in knowing, okay, this is what happened, and there wouldn't be all these questions and all these theories and theory conspiracy theories and all these things floating around and have your head in a wap wondering like, is that it? Is that not it? So many talks of evil doers, and it's a lot. So I tend to stay away from those things because it kind of drains your energy, and I'm not of that realm. I don't say people pull devil tail for all different reasons, for wealth and for material things and what have you, and there are people who swear by it. I've been for the last couple of days, I've seen so many lives with how it works, what you need to do, and there are people who believe in these things. Yeah. He's begging for peace, says his daughter goes to church every Sunday, so she won't like the fighting and the lawlessness. Yeah. I really, really pray for I really, really feel it for that family. I really, really feel it for that family. Cheryl beat all with all kind of heavy clots. I kind of want to laugh. I'm serious this morning. I'm a spiritual advisor. All you on the life getting harmed till all your partners repent. Anyways, moving on. So yeah, um, V29 was definitely that and some. We only get piece. Let me go a little. Let me give it a 5 minutes this morning, a 3 minutes this morning. Um, I can't find anything that I would say to nitpick about from the time I got there around 11ish. After 11ish, yeah, got a park, no hassle, no problems. Got in my section, and from the time the first artist hit the stage, we didn't have a case of, an MC on stage for the longest while and yeah, and raise all your hand, all your wig do good, all your wig smelling bad. Um, if you have on your sister slippers, if you have on your friend days, and we didn't have all them situation. MC came on, introduced the artist, and from then until the end, it was straight flight. Straight flight. There was no take a break. DJ and MC come back on stage. But there is a particular DJ. And I say this in the best ways possible. When people pay their money or whatever to attend an event, it's not necessarily to hear the talking from the DJ slash mic man. It is to hear if we have an artist, if we have the music, we hear the music. Yeah? We don't mind if they come on and hyping up to start, fine. But nothing irks my spirit more than when you start a set and before you even hear, what's the song like? Darling, put on something sweet. We're going and have some. Before you even reach fun, you talk from fun to the chorus. And then when the chorus reach, I'm like, okay, we'll get like a squeeze now with the thing. Jamming, by the time you reach jam, you're talking on the end. And it's all kind of stupidness you're saying that ain't even making sense. Oh gosh, play the music and leave us that we enjoy the music. We don't need the extra. The song already speaks for itself. Sweet, sweet song playing all day. We jamming, people hand up having a time. Music nice. And before you hear, all day we jam. All the man. Oh my God. I can be a promoter, I swear. Because I will literally come on the stage and remove my mic from your hand. Let the music do what it's supposed to do now. It's like there's no need to talk. We understand the lyrics. We don't mind if you give a little hype in between and the next tune, tin. But Is it necessary to speak on the song while you're out an event that y'all, I don't know where y'all get this habit from. But you see, for this upcoming season, when there's a lot of events, I beg and all you please and thanks, cut it out. Me and the hotel holiday like it. We ain't like it because there are several people behind me and beside of me. Oh God, boy, hush your mouth now. Man, it's sweet, sweet song. The whole day we jamming and you want to sing and man rough and all kind of stupidness. Nothing that makes sense. We tired of that. People well dressed up in their nice red. Grenadian women came out looking like $1 million. Men came out looking good. Everybody looking good. Everybody came out and with the intention of having a good time. Go easy on the miking. Go easy on the breaking up the song, cutting up the song to tell us how you feel. We don't care about that. We ain't come here for that. We ain't come here for you to imagine you don't go into all your stress and your problems in your life. And you're like, you know what? Let me squeeze a little money and go outside and free up myself. And then you're assaulted. Your ears is assaulted by somebody on a mic. Going, and won't stop. If all your friends won't tell all you, then we need to start like tagging all you when all you're playing. Tag all you while you're all playing, while you're all talking, and post it. Ease up on the talking. Good morning.
Morning, Aruna.
Morning.
I'm so glad you're on the topic this morning. What I would like to say is that most of them don't understand the difference in working on a radio and having to hide that unseen audience and working in a show. The second point I want to make, most of them look at the successful DJs on the radio that might have to talk, might have to put in a little plug here and a little plug there to hype. And the interpretation is that is what you have to do right through.
No,
so I'm glad you hope a lot of them listening.
It's not.
Place, there's a time and a place for different type of hype.
It is. See, watch people well dressed and they're looking good, and you come out and somebody just in your head talking over every song, cutting up the song and just talking through the song. So what's the point?
Very, very. Anyhow, Aruna, good point this morning.
Thanks so much. Have a good one. Yeah. If that's the thing, then you might as well don't hire people to play music and just hire people to just talk us through. So build a vibe and talk. Just talk us through the event. I saw Mr. Richard Strawn made a post that I totally agreed with. And funny enough, when we were leaving, I was saying to Debbie, listen, that's my plan for the season, because I've been having this problem for quite a while. V29 finished at a time where you could still go home and catch a rest. And if you have somewhere to go early in the morning, you could go. You still had that energy. It finished in a timely manner. This 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning thing. If you have an event that, and as a matter of fact, when they were finished with the artist part of it and the DJs came on, people actually stayed back to enjoy the DJ music, So let that be a personal choice. But to want to have everybody going home and you're waiting for the last act 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, I don't get it. Anyways, before I go, let me read this here from Mr. Richard Strawn. And I thought it was really fitting. And he says, enough is enough. Respect the time, respect the culture. A troubling trend has taken hold in Grenada. Promoters, especially during Spice Mass, are starting their events not just late, but ungodly late into the night, far beyond their own advertised times. Ironically, the advertised start times are set by the promoters themselves, yet they turn around and violate them. Some are artists too and should know better. These events, often festival style with multiple acts, create complete unpredictability. Patrons who came to see a particular artist often have to leave exhausted or frustrated before the main acts even appear. This is not a small inconvenience. It affects public safety, traffic, the rest of surrounding communities, and the overall carnival experience. Workers return to jobs drained. Visitors here to enjoy Grenada miss daytime cruise, fetes, family events, business meeting, all because of senseless overnight marathons. This is not culture. This is chaos. Sponsors are disrespected too. I have witnessed events where fireworks paid for to crown the night are launched after sunrise, offering nothing but smoke and noise in daylight, an embarrassment Grenada cannot afford. If darkness is needed for performances, let's be clear during carnival season, sunset is between 6:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. Events can and should start shortly after and finish by midnight or 2 a.m. latest. Other mature carnival markets like Trinidad run on time because they respect the patrons, the artists, and the art form. So must we. That said, it is only fair to commend the few who are setting a higher standard. And he went on to say the recently held Sabrina's Wide Open concert is a remarkable exception, showing what is possible when events are run professionally and on time. This is the model we should all aspire to follow. I fully support the Royal Grenada Police Force in clamping down on this disorder, and I call on Spice Must Cooperation to enforce the rules they are entrusted to uphold. If we truly want Grenada's carnival to grow and be respected internationally, we must put professionalism first. The reckless disregard for time and people must stop now. Well written piece. Well written piece. Totally agree from start to finish. It's a blatant disregard. And the thing about it is, you can't blame the patrons because they know that even though you advertise you're starting 10, you're going to start by 12:01. So let me just come 12:01 anyways. At the end of the day, you already have their ticket money. So if you say you're starting 10, I don't mind, like I said, let's give it at least half an hour. But a lot of the times, most events, you see them slated to start at 10 p.m. and you get there, not a zilch. So to all promoters, etc., who will be putting events for the season, I hope you will take this for what it's worth. Improve the product. That is why no matter how much we talk about having big carnival, this Juve, when it comes to putting on an event, we can't be Trinidad and Tobago. The same way Nappy say they're making breadfruit all down, breadfruit soup, is the same way I'm saying when it comes to events, we can't beat them at all because they understand it. And they understand that this is about the patrons getting what they paid for, from the decor to the food to the entire experience. They understand it. And they understand that if somebody gets a bad experience 1, 2, 3 times, likelihood of them coming back when there's a million other events, because you're in that space where you're competing with so many other events, you have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to have your A game on all time. We have to lift the ante. We have to because listen, times aren't easy, some people just script to go somewhere because they don't want to stay home and stress, So just to go and clear their head and, give their buying a rest, they find the money and come to these events. So it should be treated as such. If you're starting at 10, you start at 10. Even if you have one dog that in the stadium walking up and down, you start. So from then on, people will understand, okay, this promoter, when it comes to events, he ain't playing papa. If he say he's starting 10, he's starting 10. If you have 2 people in the stadium, starting for the 2 people. So you have to cultivate that habit and let people get into it because, like I said, most folks realize that even though you say you're going to start 10, you usually start 12:01 in the morning. So what's the point? But if we get in the habit of starting, regardless if there's a crowd or no crowd, they're going to come, and what they're going to do is miss out. You already have their ticket money. So 10 is 10. Opening prayer, national anthem. If the DJ start to play like a music, you have your artists scheduled to be on stage. Each artist should know beforehand what time they're scheduled to be on the stage, and they should be there in advance, waiting backstage for when the time comes to be on the stage. That's all. Then it says Sunshine Promotions starting on time with or without us. Yeah, Sunshine Promotions. Yeah, Rastaman don't play when it comes to events. Start, and when you come, you catch up. What you miss, you miss. That's your problem. So come in. Gabby, it has to become feasible. We cannot look at it at, okay, the bar is where you make your money. Yes. But it cannot be at the detriment of of patrons. If people choose to come early, so you're gonna drag a show out. That if you are known to start on time, people will come on time and they will make your money from your bar. But if it's known that even though I come 1 o'clock, they are ready to start, because that is what a lot of people say. People could go to an event early, but you know what they say? What's the point going early? And I know they're gonna start 1 o'clock in the morning. So me and wasting my time and go and stand up there. But if you start earlier, that's not when your bar start to sell from early. But how much time you have between 12 and 5 a.m.? If a man decide he walk in 100, it is 100 he's spending, because we haven't gotten to the part yet where they have card readers, so you could walk with your card and you scan your card and you could buy how much drinks you want. A man say you have 100 in the pocket, and that's why he's spending. When that done, it done. So it don't matter if the show start 10, 12, 14, 15, 16 o'clock. When he done, he done. Nobody goes there with an ever never ending bag of cash. Some people actually budget to go out. Are spending 150 tonight, and it's 150 are spending. Are spending at 200, and is a 200. Not everybody have it like that. Money lap and cut and just infect and just wash up money just spending. Some might have a little, but the general. So even if you want your bar to sell, it's dragging it out when people money done in their pockets. Plus, based on the based on the bar setup, you are two or one a little bar. People are holding me and fight up in the bar now. Hold my money in my pockets. Come quick, I don't. About to wrap up. Morning.
Watch, morning, let me say a quick. Where your picture looking like that? You not pepper, but you look so nice, your profile picture. Just chilling.
Yeah, take your time.
Let me tell all of these local patrons something. When I used to have events, I will put out my flyer, my event starting at 3 o'clock. And by 2 o'clock, I ready. And 7 o'clock, people just walking in. And my venue closing at 9. And then when the venue close at 9, you're hearing man saying, oh God, we can't pay for extra hour. We can't pay the DJ. We can't do this. It's a cultural thing with Grenadian people. If a Trini in New York having a party and they say 5 o'clock, 5:01 the first Trini walking in,
You have to cut it out.
Customer, the 5:01 the first customer walking in. You tell a Grenadian 5 o'clock in the evening and 9 o'clock in the night, the first person just start to trickle in,
Yeah,
change all your ways.
We have to break the habits.
Stop blaming the promoter. Change all the nasty ways. Because when we spend we money, we have to make it back.
Exactly.
So think about it that way. Why would I turn on music 3 o'clock in the evening and all they showing up 7:30? And then 9 o'clock now they're telling me I have to get out of there because I make noise for long, All of these paying customers and them all very disgusting, Bye.
Bye-bye. Exactly. We had to cut it out. It's a habit that we have ingrained in us. It's embedded in us, and we had to cut it out. It's not a good look. You have to lift the game. We have to we have to up the ante. It's not funny anymore. I swear it's not funny anymore. Anyways, time for me to go. It's always when we having fun that it's time for us to call it a day. So on Monday, God's will, we'll be back. Zingo! Boy, your voice set me up so nice. I can't even curse you even if I wanted to. But that's for another day. Guys, thanks so much for your participation. And we shall reconvene on Monday, God's will. Have a great holiday tomorrow. And we'll see you on Friday.